Well, we won't keep you in suspension any longer. We've got the Southern Mallee Giants report, and it is none other than Sammy White to join me. G'day, Sammy. How are you?
Yeah, going well, thanks, man.
Good, good. Well, it's been a massive week in the Southern Mallee Giants football. You beat Minyip Matoa 13-8-86 to the boys from Minyip Matoa 5-10-40. You nailed them for the second time. They've been a nemesis for your club since your entry into the Wimmera. What was it like to really trounce them in that second half?
Yeah, it was a great game, man. Obviously, going in, we weren't too sure how we were going to match up. We had a few players out, but the boys, turned up and played probably as well as they possibly could have. They moved the ball well from back to forward, and had some exciting passages of play. So it was really good to see.
Good to see. And the guys you're talking about, these unsung heroes in the back line, have been doing the job. I noticed that Heath Smith, that was in your best player, so good to see that. Angus McSwain, he had a purple patch earlier in the season, back to his best. Billy Lloyd, he's been in your better players for the last number of weeks. So there is some good signs that you're just finding a whole heap of different players to be in your better players each week. I think the consistency across your groups coming really through strongly.
Yeah, exactly right, man. It's great to know that we can rely on a vast sort of number of players to step up. Gus McSwain, he was given a big job of playing in the ruck this week. Obviously, we had Jake Garvey and Kieran both out, so he got thrown in the middle and ruck majority of the day, which was a big ask. I don't think he's ever played in the ruck before. But he got a few clearances and really held his own. And then Heath Smith, he's sort of stepped up ever since I've been playing. He's definitely he's sort of a smaller bloke, but that plays tall, and he's really sort of settling in across half back. He took a lot of intercept marks and he's damaging with his kicking. So it was really good to see.
I see that Tyler Lehman was in your best players. I mean, he kicked a goal. I'm told that he's back.
Yeah, the big V8. He had a bit of a stint up in Darwin at the start of the year. He went up for a bit of a fishing trip, and he's come back and he's starting to find form again. Once he got back from Darwin, I think he had a month off the beers, and he's starting to look fit again, and he's starting to play some good footy.
Yeah, Joshy Webster with 3, Luke Marnie a couple, Zach Robbins a couple, Roop Sangster 2. I did see that Decky Brown kicked his first goal in senior football, and apparently it's a highlights reel for Decky, and the celebration was one that the locals will ever forget.
Yeah, no, it was great to see, man. He can't get the smile off his face. Young Brownie. But it was a great bit of play. He was playing. Yeah, he was on a forward flank and chased someone down, tackled him, got hold of the ball, and then went back and slotted it right in front of the crowd from about 40 out. And boy, oh boy, did he let him know.
Oh.
Old double cobra, pointing to the crowd. He loved it, young Brownie.
Did the old fella buy the drinks afterwards?
Nah, bro. Brownie wouldn't shout if a shark bit him. And you know that.
Oh, great stuff. A suspension in midair, I reckon, for Brownie if he was buying the drinks. I'll tell you what, there was a great match for you blokes, and Nick Balak and also Tanner Smith. Great effort from him. Jay McGrath, 2 goals from him. A good player. Jordan Delahunty and John Delahunty, showing that in a match of football where Delahunty's supposed to be playing, there is still those in the better players. Good stuff. The other matches in the reserve grade, it was a tough ask for your fellas coming out against a very, very good side. You kicked 2 goals, 1. The trouble was Minyip Matoa at the other end kicked 10 goals, 12, and they're right up there in that third place on the ladder in the 2s. Your blokes down at the bottom, but not a bad effort given the depth that you've got at the moment.
Yeah, like the first quarter, I thought the boys actually played quite well. They Minyip definitely didn't blow them out of the water at all. I thought they held their own, but unfortunately, so as the game progressed, Minyip sort of kicked away and got the better of the boys. Anyway, they're still turning up each week, and they're still confident they could hopefully still get another. They're aiming for the rest of the year to get another win. So if the boys keep turning up, hopefully that's achievable.
Yeah, good effort from them. Good from a couple of players here. Dylan Marshman's having a good season. Young Cody Frankel plays well. Caden Petrel, the tall young lad, good performance. Young Hudson McCredden, Tristan Blair, Luke Torpey, good to see his name in the better players, and Garner with a goal, and also one from young Caden Petrel, who has got a good long leg when he gets onto it. Nicholas Hudson with 4, Seth Talbot with 3 from Midget Mato, and Daniel Shackey, also Jake Leith and Zach Leith. The Leith brothers were pretty good. Very, very good day for them. Down in 2, though, this is where we want to get to, because these young boys have been a revelation this year, and they have all of us suspended in what we do when we watch them play football. They mercy ruled Midget Matoa, 9-6-60 to no score, and there was a bit of celebrating going on here.
Yeah, huge win for the 14 boys, Flowman. Great to see they kept the foot down the whole game, and were able to get that mercy rule. So it still keeps their finals contentions alive, and the boys have been really up and about at training this week, all green. So obviously they've got a big ask this week coming up against the Saints, but they've had a good week on the track, and they're still pushing toward that finals campaign.
Yeah, good to see Dylan Cook. He kicked 4. Maxie Roberts, good celebrator. Couple from him. Axel Decker, wonderful name that is, and Jackson Moore, he's talent, that lad, and Spencer Williams too in it. Spencer Jackson, Dylan Cook, Finn Shannon, Axel Decker, and Ollie Wood, very solid performer there from Ollie, doing well, and no doubt they have made their parents proud, and they're going really well with that suspend. I guess when you look at the third quarter, they suspended the game there, and it was even ups, which is great to see. Well, I'll tell you now, it's a big week back as we head towards this week's matches, and you blokes have a drive down to Coghlan Park. There's no events or anything like that to come home to. It's a drive home. You want to come home with a win. The Saints are in great form. It's game of the round. You've got, I think you might have one big out, though.
Unfortunately, Flowman. Coleman went to the Coleman Shack went to the tribunal yesterday, last night, and he got reported for 1 week, and he challenged it, and unfortunately it was upheld. So so we're going to be missing him.
Oh, suspended.
First time in his career, I think.
Oh,
unfortunately went through a bit of a pack with his arms up, and clocked one of the Midget boys.
Go on with you. So is he in such shock that he's not playing this weekend through suspension that he hasn't been able to get on the tractor this week?
No, I think he was out there yesterday. I got a few snaps off him, so that he would have been. I think he would have been running through his mind most of the day.
Oh dear, we're going to suspend commentary on this right now because you've got to beat them, can you?
I think we definitely can. The boys are in red hot form lately. We've definitely come a long way with our ball movement as the season's progressed. Just from I think earlier in the season we were sort of bombing the ball, sort of long transitioning from the back line, not really giving our forwards the best option. Whereas the last few weeks it's been really good to watch. We're sort of changed the angles up, and once we get it into the middle, we're seeming to be able to take off and give our forwards good one-on-one options. So hopefully the boys can keep that up, and if we can, I think we're definitely a good chance to hopefully getting another win, because it is a really, really critical game to win.
It is, because if you keep winning and then you get Ararat and you beat them, you're still a chance of top spot. That's, if other games go your way in percentage. But this is a very important match of football in the reserve grade. A very important one because your blokes are bottom at the moment. But these guys have been pretty good. They're second on the ladder. Can your lads be competitive in this match?
Oh, I think they can definitely be competitive, Fireman. It's going to be a big ask to probably get the win. However, like I said, we're still getting good numbers on the track. All the boys are still trying really hard to make something of the season. So look, never say never, but hopefully the boys turn up and have a red hot crack.
Now, I notice big Turbo Donnan is in the side. Riley Lehman is there too. So you've got some big name players. Mick Saunders back there too playing. So you've got, I think, some talent on that side still.
Yeah, it'd be good to see Bubba Lehman back out on the ground again. He's had a bit of a time away. But yeah, a bit more experience on the ground would be great for the younger fellas. Sort of a bit of leadership out there, and yeah, it'd be good to see him go to work again.
All right. Now, the 14s, these lads that they're taking on, the Saints at fourth on the ladder. But they're percentage-wise, they're only at 159. They're a 7-4 record. Your fellas are at 5-5 and at 87%. So this is not outside of their chances to certainly give the Saints a real run for their money in fourth place and show that the Saints don't get too excited if we get into fifth place and play finals footy.
Yeah, exactly right. No, I remember the last time the 14s played the Saints, definitely wasn't a pushover. If they can play a solid 4 quarters, I definitely give them a really good chance of coming home with the goods here, man. They're like I said, they've had a good few weeks, and Lund's got them playing well. So I'm going to get there early and make sure I watch them.
Yeah, certainly get there early and watch. There's absolutely nothing against these boys getting up and winning this game. They've got some terrific kids running around in this junior age group, and we're going to look forward to it. Big shock to hear just now that the great Coleman Shack has been suspended for a match. The first time I think I've ever, in all the time I've been calling it, that's happened in his time back in Wimmera. I suspect that he's such a good, clean footballer that wouldn't happen any other time. But there you go, suspension for the Coleman man, and we'll look forward to hearing more about the game of football next week when we chat to our guest, Sammy White. Sammy, you have a good weekend.
Thanks, man. You too.
And we'll catch up with you next week.